Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, October 20th. A lot of stuff going on. Not a lot of it is good, but I want to share with you kind of what's going on in my world right now. I'm wondering if this is happening to other people. But first, I want to say I have blown my fuse twice at work this week. And that's very concerning for me because I'm not usually like that, but I am noticing that it's happening more and more all the time. So I know what's causing it at work, and I know what's causing it out in the world. I suppose it could be some of the eclipse energy hitting me early. I don't know. But it kind of started on Sunday morning. So we'll start from there and kind of lead up to what happened yesterday. I went to the grocery store Sunday morning. I, fill my water up once a week or once every other week with my bottles. And I went there and the water container wasn't working. The machine was just dribbling. And so I mentioned it to one person and she just kind of looked at me like, not my department. And when I went to check out, I mentioned it to two people at the checkout stand. And one gal, she was like literally talking and she didn't have a mask on, I don't think. And I couldn't understand what she was saying. It was just like mumbling. And I've noticed that happening a lot. I did have someone say they think it's like different vibrations. And I am sometimes having a hard time understanding what people are saying, and I don't think it's because I'm going deaf. I do think it probably has something to do with their vibration is so much lower, and it's just like that kind of talking. So that's a little bit driving me crazy. So when I left the grocery store, I was like really, really angry, and I'm like asking myself, what the hell is going on? It's just water. Why are you so bent out of shape? I'm like having this conversation with myself, trying to figure out why I was so pissed off about the whole thing. And I thought, I'll go to Fresh Time and I'll fill my water up there. And when I got home, or I was on my way home, to get into my apartment complex, the main road that I was going to come in, somebody had kind of like a head-on collision. So there were pieces and parts of car like out in the road and everything, and both of the vehicles were there, and one girl was on the phone. So it had obviously just happened in the time while I left and went to the grocery store. And so that very moment, I was like, I'm going to go home because there is something in the air and I need to not be outside. It was just like I could feel it. I could feel some sort of ominous energy, almost like, stay home. Things are nuts outside. I don't know, whatever case. And it was just like a weird reset day. It was almost like I was emotionally taken offline. And it was like I wasn't high or low, or I was just very empty feeling. It's weird to describe, but I recognized something strange about Sunday. So Monday comes around, we're kind of short on help, but at the same time, when I'm trying to get a hold of people, sometimes I can't. And my worst nightmare as a receptionist is when the other person on the line says, is there anybody else there that can help me? That means they're not taking no for an answer. I can't just have them leave a voicemail and wait for that person to get back to them. They want an answer now. And I spent 13 minutes trying to chase down somebody on Monday and lost my shit at the end of the day because people called in right up until 5. So I apologized on Tuesday to the one person that was kind of involved in that. And then it happened again yesterday because somebody wouldn't take no for an answer. I had to listen to him bitch for 10 minutes, and I didn't do something right. So I find out later, but I'm getting the runaround, and that there's like no clear stuff of what to do when this happens at work. And I'm thinking in the shower this morning, that's kind of like the same thing that's going on in the world today. It's like we're getting all of these different, there's like no clear messages from anybody. And so now I have it hitting me from work, and I have it hitting me from the world. And if I'm losing my shit every other second, I'm wondering how many other people are doing the same thing. And if these eclipses are supposed to help us clear out stuff, it's gonna be a doozy. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know how to get out of this other than I'm gonna talk to my supervisor at work this morning and kind of air out some of the stuff that I'm having issues with at work. It's not my place to rat everybody out that's not doing their job right. But I'm getting to the point that if somebody doesn't start doing their job right, I'm going to keep losing my shit. And I don't want to do that because that's going to get me fired. Or I'm going to walk off the job, one. And I don't want to do either one of those. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. Again, I'm wondering if you guys are having the same issues. Are you finding that from other people losing their temper? Or am I the only one that is, having this today? Plus, I overslept this morning. I didn't get out of bed until 5:45, which is abnormal for me. I am usually up between 5 and 5:15, and so the fact that I'm even doing a video is a miracle because I really don't have time to do it, but I wanted to get this done. Also, if you have not watched The Watchers on Netflix, please do, and see if you can encourage your friends and family to watch it. I do have one of the girls at work hooked on it, and I've been able to have a little bit of a conversation with her about what came out in episode 2 and 3. And basically what I said is pay special attention to some of the stuff that they are talking about. There is more truth to that. And just because we normal people would never in a million years think that that's going on, my understanding is that there is more truth to that. And without like freaking her out and overwhelming her too much, that's all I can do is just say, just pay some attention to it and consider that there is more truth to that than fiction. Because that whole show on Netflix is based on a true story. So they use some of our keywords, the ones that we can't mention on YouTube because we'll get booted off. I was like flipping out when they started talking about the party drug and, different things with small beings and the top 5 that control everything. I don't even know. And the letter 17 group of people. I was just like, man, they were like dropping bombs like right and left. Episode 2 and 3. And I really hope they do come back with another season, but I don't know if they will or not. Anyway, it was good. Very, very good. So I think that's it for now. My question is more, are you experiencing this intense energy, frustration as I am? I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be this way, but I don't know how to not be this way. Anyway, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Keep me posted. Thanks. Bye.